Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Word Origins 108. The word origin today is earmark. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If we say that something, especially money, is earmarked, one has decided to use that money or put it aside for a specific purpose. Yeah, especially in budgets and stuff like that. We often say some money is earmarked for a particular thing. All right, number two here, an identification mark on the ear of a domestic animal. For farm animals, this is really where the original word first came from. The origin of earmarking has been commonly used in the West, starting as early as the 16th century in England, and may have begun earlier in the Middle East or the Far East, before this time. All right, and basically they would just, they'd clip or they'd cut a little piece of the ear. They do it all the same way, and this was a way of identifying animals, especially in the early days. All right, let's continue here. In our modern times, it is still common for farm animals to be fitted with metal rings. So they put the metal ring on a lot of their ears. That includes information of ownership, like who owns it. DOB, that stands for date of birth, so they may say how old the animal is and who the owner is and probably some other information. So that's still done by some farmers today. This might be an alternative to branding, because sometimes they, you see them brand the cows. They put that hot metal symbol on the cow. That was another way to identify the animals. Just in case they wandered off, they can always say, well, that's my cow, that's my goat, or whatever animal it is. Let's continue here. The meaning of to set aside for a special purpose did not start until around the 1860s. That's when that came into use around that time. Some believe the origin of the meaning may have come from monks that were keeping records. They were very good record keepers. It was common for them to fold over the corner of a page to use as a marker to keep one's place. So like, what was I up to? Where was so they might have. We still do this. Some people still do this today. Some people don't like to do it because maybe it damages the book a little bit, but some people do that. Instead, if they didn't have another marker, like a book marker or something, that's one way they might do it, by folding over the little corner of the page. Okay. The folded part came to be named dog ears. Okay, because they looked similar to a dog's ear. And if you look it up, that still has that meaning today. That little folded part over is actually called a dog's ear. Over time, the word became associated with financial documents, ledgers, and multi-page budgets. Okay, thus it was related to putting aside funds for projects in, budget records. So that's kind of where it got connected to the idea of money being earmarked for something. So it was like you made a little mark on it or something so that it was put aside for this specific purpose. Okay, anyway, let's just give a couple of examples of how we use it today. All right, the first one, goes with the first meaning, putting aside money for something. The government has earmarked $10 million for that project. Yeah, we hear this all the time. And number two here, this is the one, it's still used today for the animals. That farmer has a large number of his livestock identified with earmarks. Okay, good. I hope you got it. I hope you found it informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.